What's up, you guys? This is a different video. I know in the past I've done some ASMR-y videos. I've got a couple of them on the channel, the Lego build and the manual reading, and I wanted to do a different one today. I really like these styles of videos. I'm a big believer in ASMR. I watch ASMR videos from different artists pretty much every night before I go to bed, so I really like that style of video, and I when I can tie it back to things that fit the channel, I like to do that. So I may do several more videos like this one today, but basically what I'm going to do is a form of an unboxing. I can just show you here, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I've had, goodness, 2 or 3 of the starter decks when the show was really popular and the cards first came out. I think in my house we had a Kaiba, a Joey, and a Yugi. I think that's right. So yeah, I guess we had all of the original starters for the most part. So anyway, I haven't played in a long time, but I thought it might be kind of fun to do one of these, and it was a toss-up for me. I've seen lots of people do Magic the Gathering, but I've never been a Magic the Gathering person. So I thought, well, what about trying Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon? And I decided to go with Yu-Gi-Oh because, at least for me, Yu-Gi-Oh was a bigger deal growing up. Not that I didn't have Pokemon cards, but anyway, this is a Yuya. I'm not familiar with most of the characters now, but a starter deck. You can see it right there, the Yuya starter deck. From what I read online, these decks, this deck came out sometime last year. Now they're getting ready to do some kind of like reloaded deck or something like that. I know they've done Yugi and Kaiba reloaded in the past, but they're going to do something similar to that here in the near future. So alright, that wasn't a very neat opening, now was it? So there's the box, and here are the cards. Now each box comes with a beginner's guide, which unfortunately my camera is facing the wrong direction, but basically the guide kind of explains to you the ins and outs of learning the game, like attack position, defense position, that sort of thing. What a summon is, which will actually be good for me, because there are a lot of, we had special summons when I was playing the game, but we didn't have these tribute summons here, at least not that I remember. I remember all the different phases of the game, but just different things about the game. And I'm assuming both of these, I've got another box we'll open as well, but just kind of explain how the game works. It'll be nice to have a refresher, but you get the idea with all of that. So nice little booklet there, and we'll set that off to the side. And then I remember thinking these were so cool when we were kids. This is basically a play mat. I don't even know if I can get the whole thing in screen here. So smooth that out, and you can see here you have all the different zones for play. The field zone, which changes, well, just what it says, the field, meaning, I guess you think of certain cards that do better. It's not really like what they showed you on the cartoon in the early seasons, but it's kind of along those lines. You know, you can change the field to, let's say you get a water boost. I don't know that they even call it a water boost. It's been so long, but that's the gist on that. Your extra deck, there are certain scenarios where you would have a side deck, I guess is what it was called. The pendulum zone, I have no idea what those would be. Over here on this side, you've got the graveyard, which is where the cards go once they're discarded or defeated. Another pendulum zone, again, no idea what that could be. And then where your 40 cards for your deck go. Spell and trap zone, on this line you can have 5 spells or traps at a time. And then the monster zone right across here. And of course, I always thought it was interesting that they have all the cards facing upright, vertical, if you will. But obviously if the card's in defense mode, it would be turned the other way. So that's kind of interesting. And then we also got in the box the security tag. And then, of course, inside this plastic are the actual cards. Now, if starter decks today, if they're the way they were when I started playing, they're basically all going to be the same. I was hoping they would be in the foil packs, but they're not. Let's see, this is a fancy foil card here. Performable Sleight Hand Magician. I have no idea what performable means, but again, a foil. A performable King Bear. A Mom and Carpet. Looks like a kitty. I'm a big cat person, so I find that kind of nice. And it's interesting that these, they have some kind of special effect to them. It says pendulum effect. They, but if you notice, like on this one, the Parrot Trio, aptly named. The card is monster card at the top, color, and magic at the bottom. I don't know if that has something to do with the pendulum. That's pretty neat though. And these are all foiled, which I kind of like. A long phone bull. And then no more foils here. A Swin Cobra, Teeter Totter Hopper, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Now, I saw something online where Odd Eyes dragons have some sort of, I don't know, thing. Stargazer Magician, a Time Gazer Magician, Preformable Drummerilla, Second Donkey. Oh, these names. Hippo. And then these look like, well, see, again, that one's Foucault's Cannon. And again, it transitions from monster to magic down at the bottom. Archfiend Eccentric. Gene Warped Warwolf. Not werewolf, war. Beast King Barbarous, which looks like a Digimon. Let's see if we can pull that up there. Oh, there we go. You can probably see now. That looks like Leomon. A lot like Leomon. A Pitch Black Warwolf. A Dragon Dowser. Giant Rat. A Performable Dramatic Theater. Let's just see what that one does. It's a spell card. Monsters you control gain 200 attack for each monster you control with a different type. Once per turn, if you control 4 performable monsters with different types, you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. I only have 1 Odd Eyes, so that's not going to help. Smile World. Hippo Carnival. Draw Muscle, which you can target 1 defense position monster you control with 1,000 or less defense. Draw 1 card. Also, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. You can only activate 1 Draw Muscle per turn. So there's that. Now this one I remember, Mystical Space Typhoon. You can target 1 spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. Book of Moon. Lightning Vortex, which allows you to discard, I remember this one as well, discard 1 card and destroy all face-up monsters that your opponent controls. Lucky Iron Axe. Burden of the Mighty. Backup Rider. Performable Showdown. Performable Pinch Helper. And you can kind of see the way that these starter decks are built. They're built thematically. So if you know going in what the Yuya starter deck is going to be like, then you can kind of gear it towards how you want to play. I had no concept because, for one thing, I doubt I'm going to play very seriously. I just like having the cards. But, you know, if you had a Yuya starter deck or you were planning a Yuya starter deck, really buying 3 of these is the way to go. You get the max, I think 3 is the max of each card that you can carry. For a lot of these, you would get the max. So, Wall of Disruption, Ceasefire, Regeki Break, which I believe was, I believe this was around when I was playing. It's a trap that, when triggered, it lets you discard 1 card, and then you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So yours or theirs for whatever reason. Dragon Shield. Some of these are cards that have been around since I was playing and have just gotten a redesign. Threatening Roar. Dark Bribe. Chaos Burst. Pendulum Reborn, which is interesting because I still don't know what Pendulum does. 1 Hippo Token, another Hippo Token, and a final Hippo Token. So that's your Yuya deck, all fresh and crisp. I've always liked the way the back of the cards look with this vortex swirl on the back. So we'll set that one aside. That's the starter deck. I also got a Rise of the True Dragons structure deck. And here on the back it tells you some of the cards that come in the structure deck. And the way I understand it, you get 36 common cards, 2 ultra rare cards, 3 super rare, 1 token, 1 beginner's guide, so I'll now have 2, and 1 double-sided deluxe game mat / dueling guide with tips to bring you to victory. So that's what it says here on the back right here. This structure deck includes. Now, I didn't check to see. Yeah. We just got one side on the Yuya deck. Bummer. So let's fold this one up. I don't think I did that right. Ah. We'll set it aside along with the Yuya cards and our other guide. And now let's try and open this deck up. These boxes don't open very well. That's not a very ASMR-y sound. I actually bought this deck specifically because of how cool the box looked. It's got this great dragon on the front. Of course, dragons have been a theme in Yu-Gi-Oh! For a long time, going all the way back to the Red Eyes Black Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon on the TV show. They were both just huge characters early on. So there's the box. We'll set that out of the way. And another security card. And then here's what was inside. We've got our game mat. Let's see what the two sides look like. Side number 1, which says Rise of the True Dragons structure deck. And this is set up exactly like the one on the starter deck, obviously. Field zone, all the way over to graveyard, deck zone, and so on. And then on the other side, comes with some great tips on, looks like it's got tips specifically on this deck. Maybe a special summon huge dragons from your graveyard to overwhelm your opponent. So that's pretty cool. Now you can see over here on this side some of the other decks that are available. Breakers of Shadow, Shining Victories, which was available today, and Dragons of Legend. So there you go. Some cool stuff there. Here, let's turn it back over to the deck side. I like this for a matte background. Wouldn't be a video without a cat appearance now, would it? Get out of here, kitty. You heard me. You heard me. Don't care. Get out of here. They're pitiful. Alright, let's see here. You can't stay there, kitty. Alright, let's see what we got in this one. Arc Brave Dragon. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of dragons in this one. What do you think? Divine Dragon Lord Felgrand, which I think is this big guy that we're looking at right here, but I could be wrong. Dragon Knight of Creation. So, again, this deck was supposed to contain 2 ultra rare and 3 super rare. Now, I wouldn't know one way or the other, whether those are super or ultra or neither. A spell card here, Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lords. And Return of the Dragon Lords. So there's those. Paladin of Felgrand. Guardian of Felgrand. There's the Felgrand Dragon again. And that's interesting. Ah, there's a difference in the Felgrand Dragon and the Divine Dragon Lord of Felgrand. Okay. Dark Blaze Dragon. Herald of Creation. Cute little decoy dragon, if you can see that. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Red Eyes Wyvern. White Knight Dragon. Dark Storm Dragon. Armed Protector Dragon. Evil Swarm Dragon. Eclipse Wyvern. White Dragon Wyverburster. Black Dragon Callous Serpent. Keeper of the Shrine. Komodo Dragon. Super cute. Jane Lightsworn Paladin. Aaron Lightsworn Monk. Raiden Hand of Lightsworn. Card Trooper. Dragon Ravine. A Wingbeat of a Giant Dragon. Trade-in, which is discard 1 level 8 monster and draw 2 cards. Foolish Burial. Hand Destruction. Reinforcement of the army. Oh, we're dropping some. The warrior returning alive. Charge of the light brigade. Burst breath. Needlebug nest. Breakthrough skill. Call of the Haunted, one of my favorite cards from when I played. Activate the card by targeting one monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in attack position. When this card leaves the field, destroy that target. When that target is destroyed, destroy this card. We're falling apart again. Oasis of Dragon Souls. Dragon Lord token. Terraforming. And Dragon's Rebirth. So there you go. We sort of kind of an unboxing. We got a starter deck and a structure deck, and somehow I doubt these two play very well together just based on what I was noticing. This one obviously is very dragon heavy. This one seems to be based around whatever performable may be. These cards here. Performable long phone blue. So those are the handful of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I pulled tonight, and I really wish these had all come in the little plastic packages. I'll have to buy some booster packs and pull those out. They make for much better sounds, although I think we got some pretty good sounds. Yeah, I think those are pretty good sounds. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your trading card game of choice is. Mine, like I said, would have to be Yu-Gi-Oh! And then after that, Pokemon. And maybe I'll do some Pokemon videos like this because I know they're releasing some special 20th anniversary cards and that sort of thing. So maybe I could look at that, but hopefully you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.